Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ora Dandelion and I'm so glad you could join me today. So in today's video, we are turning into a bad bitch that you see before you. It's giving. It's giving. I know it's giving. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I turned this wig into this right here. Like one thing about my hands and my brain, it just it shocks me every time. Angifuna ungasho ukuthi wow, dim lo, this is me. No man, stop it. Cut the cameras. And it's a very easy video for you to follow along if you want to dye your hair. But let me give you guys some advice. It's always easier to dye your hair once it's in bundles, while it's still in bundles before you make it into a wig, because then you're able to dye it thoroughly and you'll get the most perfect results. So that is my advice to you. And also buy the same brand of hair dye. Don't be like me and try to save money. Buy the same brand of hair dye. Yeah, let's just jump right into this video. If you're not subscribed to my channel, then why the hell not? Please click that subscribe button down below and become a part of the family, become a part of the gang. And yeah, let's jump into the video. Let's just get it. Let's get it. Okay, let's get to it. This is the dye we're going to be using. I got it from Clicks, and the wig we're going to be dyeing, this wig is about a year old. I got it from the hair trader. Yeah, so make sure you wear your gloves. That's super important. You don't want to dye your nails or your hands. That thing is hard to get rid of. And here we're just mixing the color as per the instructions. Read the instructions. And don't be like me. Do try to get the same brand of hair dye, because I use two brands. And I ideally should have gotten 3 boxes, because nisazobona ukuthi ukhala ended up running out on me. So make sure you, depending on the length and the density of your hair, ukale kanjalo on how many boxes of hair dye you need. So ideally I needed 3, but alas, we move. The next step here, we are going to be adding some hairspray. Specifically, this got to be a free spray onto the frontal so that we don't dye the lace. This is super important, so that the lace doesn't turn red or whichever color you're dyeing. Otherwise, it's so hard to get out of the lace. So important. Then I started dyeing my hair. I always start at the back, at the nape, because I don't know, I think when you're dyeing your real hair, you do start at the back to the front. So that's what I do. And make sure you get as close as you possibly can to the tracks. And another tip, don't add too much dye at the back. Just try and make your hair dye go the extra mile for you, because mina ngibedile and I use too much dye at the back, and then salisiphelile dye towards the front of the hair. As you guys can see, my dye was completely finished. I had to squeeze out the last bits from the containers just to get color to thingy the rest of my hair from the front. Okay, so when it comes to the frontal, take your time. You do not want to stain your lace or your knots. You don't want to change the color of your knots, so take your time. If need be, do use a spoolie to apply the dye. Get as close as you possibly can to the roots so that your frontal looks amazing when you install it. Okay, so after letting the hair marinate and whatnot, get the dye working, It's time to rinse your hair. And I thought I was a goner. I thought my frontal was completely dyed. But the got to be, one thing about the got to be, it really helped. And you're just gonna try and rinse out the hair, rinse out the dye as good as you possibly can. I feel like I couldn't really get out all the dye because you're supposed to let the water turn clear because it is a wig and it uses material, so the material also had hair dye in it, so that's why. So after rinsing, you're gonna go in with a conditioner. I use this one from Pantene, the intensive mask, and I also went in with the one from the hair dye, as you guys can see in the next clip, just so that I can have that extra, you know, that extra thing that's gonna condition my hair, make it nice and soft and shiny. And I always go in with a hairbrush after I add my conditioner, just to make sure that all the strands are coated with the conditioner. And then to make it more intensive, I'm gonna put it in a packet and let it sit for a couple of minutes or 30 minutes. It depends on how you're feeling that day. I could have let it sit for an hour, but it is what it is. And then we're just gonna rinse it out, make sure that the water gets as clear as possible. And the hair was feeling so soft. Angifuna ungasho, hayibo. Okay, so after letting my wig air dry overnight, we're gonna start the styling process. So I'm basically just cutting layers into the wig, just at the front only, so that it frames my face in the way that I wanted in terms of the hairstyle. And a disclaimer, I am not a qualified hairstylist. I do not know what I'm doing. I just watch a lot of YouTube videos and it's all about trial and error. So basically, we're just cutting layers into the wig. And I honestly feel like this would have worked better if the wig was a longer length in terms of what I wanted. But it is what it is. And yeah, so basically, that's what I'm doing. And then I also did style my hair in terms of blow drying and straightening off camera. So yeah, if you guys do recreate and dye this wig, do tag me in the pictures. I want to see. I'm so excited. It's giving hot girl summer. I know it is. So this is the finished look. Are we living? Because I know I'm living. This look is giving. It's giving me apa man, apa energy, apa. It's here. It's here. Yo, please dye your wig red today, or buy a red wig. I mean, because wow. And I ended up cutting in layers into the wig. I wasn't really sure at the beginning, but now I'm like, and that's all thanks to my friend Zoli. Shout out to you, baby girl. This is all you. Like, I saw a picture and then I was immediately inspired, and she does this a lot. So that is why I dyed my blonde wig red. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I really do appreciate you. And as usual, I will see you in the next video. Bye, dolls.